So now we're going to go over the commands you can enter into the game. I suppose you could enter in these commands in the server console. It's just most of these you're going to be using them while you're on admin duty. So I figured I'd want to show you using it in the game itself. Now, speaking of admin duty, I'm going to show you guys all the different kick and ban and slay commands that you can use. So let's say you come across a very obnoxious hacker or cheater in your server. There are a few fates that you can choose for them. First off, you can kick them by typing in the @kick, their username, so you can do like mean guy, then a / and the reason. You can say stop being mean. And then when you press enter, it will automatically kick that player, and then it will tell them you have been kicked from the server because stop being mean. So that's a pretty tame command to use against cheaters and stuff like that. All it does is kick them, and then they can just instantly rejoin. The only instance where I use that is if I need to make room in the server. I would use like the kick command and then type in the reason saying sorry, making room. So that is a pretty useful aspect of the kick command. If they're actually being a pretty mean person, you might want to use the ban command. So this one you type in @ban. Also keep in mind that any sort of commands you enter into the game, you have to use an @ symbol before the command. And if you're entering it into the console, there is no @ symbol at all. So if you're wanting to ban an individual player, type in @ban space their username, a / and then the duration. This is in seconds, by the way, so if you want to ban them for 24 hours, you do 86,400. And then also, if you like, you can do another / and give them a reason. And you can type in hacker, and then it will ban them. Also, if they're being a seriously bad person, you can use the slay command. Now, this is the most violent, I would say, command to use on someone. If you type in @slay and then their username, and then press enter, it will kill them and then not give the option to respawn or respawn at home, but only give them the option to leave the game and never return. They will be permanently banned. So, if somebody's like this, you would reserve for hackers. If somebody's being mean, then you wouldn't use the slay command. But, if you come across a hacker or some sort of cheater, then you would use the slay command, and that's how you use it. Next is the @day command, which automatically sets it to, I think, the time of 300. And then there's also the @night command, which automatically sets it to nighttime. Oh god, it's full moon. Let's change it back to day. Day. Change it day. Alright, we're good. Also, if you've made a mistake and accidentally banned the wrong person, you can use the unbanned command and then type in their Steam ID, whatever that was, a big long number. It will automatically unban them. This also applies to slayed people as well. You can also, instead of unban, you can also do unpermit. In case one of your friends started being mean, you can unpermit them. This will automatically kick them, by the way, if they're currently in the server. Or you can unadmin. Now this, you can either use the Steam ID, or if they're in the game currently, you can enter in their name as well. So, if somebody's abusing their admin powers, then you can just revoke them right then and there. Next, we have the @time command. If you enter in time, and then a number, like 100, it will automatically change the time to that number. 100 is just at the beginning of the day, 1200 is noon, 2700 is almost midnight, and 2300 is sundown, just for quick reference. I'm going to set it back to noon. Also, we have the loadout command. Now this, I would say, it depends on how you want to use it. If you want to just have a temporary, everybody go play PvP kind of situation, then you can enter it into the game or in the console. Or if you want to make your server consistently make every player spawn with a set of items, you can enter it into the commands.dat file. But essentially, if you type in @loadout, or just simply loadout without the @ symbol if you enter it into commands.dat or into the console. But if you enter an @loadout and then an ID, so let's say 4 for an eagle fire, and press enter, it will automatically make every player who joins the server or respawns spawn with that. So in this instance, it was an AR-32. But you can also do more than that. You can do @loadout, you can do 4 and then several magazines, and then an Alice pack, and then military clothes, and then maybe a few drum mags, and then a med kit, then maybe an MRE, maybe a grizzly magazine, another grizzly magazine, 6x zoom scope, military suppressor, vertical grip, laser sight, red dot sight. You can make it pretty long, and if you press enter now, you will see that I'm going to spawn with a bunch of stuff. So check out all this stuff that I got. Got my MREs. Looks like the inventory is kind of screwed up from the new update, but you can see a grizzly here. I can put on all this stuff onto my gun like this. Check all this out. Very nice. Got a tricked out gun. Anyway, you can do that. I have a whole video on the loadout command because it's very complicated. If you guys like to check that out, it will be in the annotation on the screen right now and in the description down below. Also, to reset the loadout command, you type in @loadout and it will automatically reset it. Also, as discussed before, you can type in the @save command and also the @shutdown command while in the game. You don't have to back out and enter into the console. And then finally, we also have the commands that also apply for single player as well. There's @teleport command, which is the target player, the destination player or location, so let's say Cape Rock, and then you can use that to teleport to Cape Rock. Wow, why is the car there? But anyway, you can use a teleport command like that by typing in @teleport, the target player, / the destination player, which we could do ASDF, or the location name. So let's say Belfast Airport, and we are now at Belfast Airport. There's also the @give command, so type in @give, the username. It doesn't have to be yourself, by the way. It can also be other players. So you could do @give, a player username, a / the item ID, so we'll do 4. And then if you'd like, you can do another / to enter in the quantity if it's more than 1. So let's say we want 5 Eagle Fires. We can do that. We now have 5 Eagle Fires because the Eagle Fire had an ID of 4. There's also the experience command by typing in @experience. Username as well, it doesn't have to be yourself, and the quantity. If you'd like to just have a crap ton of experience, 100,000 is a good number, and it will automatically give that much experience to that player. I don't know why it just gave me 200,000 experience, but I think it's because we're on a gold server. Anyway, then you can use that for skills. And finally, we also have the vehicle command by typing in @vehicle. The Steam name doesn't have to be yourself. The vehicle ID, and I think currently this spans between 1 and 54, I think. Is it 54? Yeah, something like that. I think the ambulance is the newest one. Anyway, in between that, there are all sorts of different vehicle IDs. You can also look up the full item ID list and vehicle ID list. I will put those links in the description down below. That covers every single command that you can enter into both servers and single players. Just keep in mind that some of these won't work in single player. It's pretty common sense as to which ones work in single player and which ones don't. Also keep in mind that after Unturned 3.0 moves to main branch, the single player commands will be disabled because of course it's kind of cheap that you can give yourself experience and items and vehicles and stuff like that. But I believe these commands will stick for server side things, and this is legitimately every single one. So now your server should be highly customized, looking pretty fantastic, and having some admins on there who know all the different commands that they have at their fingertips. And also with this, I think this pretty much wraps up my whole server tutorial series. I've showed you guys how to make the server, how to connect to it with all the different kinds of methods, and how to customize it to your liking. I have a lot more tutorial ideas in plan to be uploaded over the course of the next month, so make sure to subscribe to know when those are uploaded. But other than that, that is all I have for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to rate, comment, subscribe, and do all that gibberish because MeLikeBigBoom is out.